I was born and raised in Port Huron, Michigan. As a child, I played ice hockey, made booby traps, and beat up boys. My father tried his hardest to get me to appreciate culture, but his attempts to convince me to take piano and do ballet were unsuccessful. Undeterred, Dad asked me to go to the Cincinnati Museum of Art. After 5 hours of driving, Dad was hell-bent on visiting every gallery. 2 hours later, feet aching, stomach empty, and mouth parched, I broke down into tears. Dad, this is so boring. I want to go home. I don't understand any of this. Fast forward, after nearly failing high school French, I spent my junior year abroad. Our assignment was to give an oral presentation on a French artist. Challenge me, I said to my teacher. I want to study an artist whose work I would say, this is absolute crap. Marcel Duchamp is the one he chose for me. Duchamp made me realize art can have many different purposes. The key to understanding art is to find the right question to ask. For example, are the greens in the middle the same color? Another purpose is aesthetic appreciation. Question, would you want a vacation here? Thomas Moran's paintings shaped America's image of the West. He was so good, Topeka and Santa Fe Railroad used his images for their advertising. In return, he could ride their trains anywhere and eat for free. Purpose, trompe-l'oeil, trick of the eye. Question, is that money real? Haberle's still lifes are so realistic, they have to be covered by glass so people don't pick at them. The U.S. government issued several cease and desist orders for painting counterfeit money. Purpose, recording or rewriting history. Junius Brutus Stern's Hannah Duston Killing the Indians is based on an actual event. However, this painting was done over 150 years later. It was painted around the time President Jackson was justifying removing Native Americans from their land by claiming whites and natives could not live together peacefully. Purpose, remembrance. Why commemorate a dead child this way? Erasmus Dow Palmer illustrates everything the Victorians valued in children: playfulness, sweetness, and innocence. In the 1800s, 1 in 3 American children died before the age of 18. Purpose, evoke an emotional response. How does this work make you feel? Like many women of her generation, German artist Kathy Kollwitz lost her youngest son in World War I and her grandson in World War II. A pacifist and advocate for the common man, Kollwitz died just 16 days before the end of World War II. Purpose, a spiritual experience. The Rothko Chapel in Houston, Texas, with 14 black but color-hued paintings by Mark Rothko. Question, how long could you spend here in silence? Purpose, political statement. Question, why is there a pile of candy on the floor? This is Felix Gonzalez-Torres' piece called Untitled, Portrait of Ross in L.A. He invites visitors to take a piece of candy and eat it. The pile begins at 175 pounds, the weight of the artist's partner before he died of AIDS. After college, I was a curator at a gallery in San Francisco. Planning the Magritte exhibition, I found it begged to be played with. My engagement style got me yelled at by the owner. I resigned. I started grad school. I realized I wanted people's experience with art to be educational, but also fun. There are many games to play with art, including captions and what's next. In captions, find a scene and add thoughts or word bubbles to the scene. In what's next, find a work of art, preferably a scene with many people, like a film still. Imagine what would happen next when you press play. Gift, regift. As you can see, Sherry and Matt have differing opinions on this piece. Find a piece of art that you would like to give as a gift. Say who you would give it to. Then find a work that if someone gave it to you as a present, you would either re-gift it to someone you hate or hide it in your closet. No, not Charlie's Angels, but Tableau Vivant, a 19th century party game. Find a work of art with many people. Arrange your group of friends to replicate the scene. This may or may not include props. It is interesting to look at staging and body language, also provides great photo ops. Matchmaker. Have everyone take a photo of a person depicted in a work of art. Pair people up, tell them that their two characters are in love. Ask them to come up with a meet cute and describe how the relationship is going now. It's a great conversation starter. Strike a pose. Find a sculpture or painting showing a person with a striking pose or posture. Emulate that posture, including facial expressions. This also provides great photo ops. This is me at the Rodin Museum in Paris. Many European tourists were confused by the American, but not surprised. Forced perspective. Don't worry, Kelly is not really kissing the rhino. Put yourself in the scene or make someone appear to wear silly pants by forcing perspective. The concept is just like squishing someone's head. Doubling the distance between you and the painting doubles your size. On my journey, I've realized the art I hate is simply the art I don't understand. As the quote says, the museum is a school. The artist learns to communicate, and the public learns to make connections. Understanding what the artist is saying can be challenging, but fun, and the Colby Museum is a wonderful place to learn. We offer so many ways to engage with art. Grab my card on the table, it's green, to book a field trip with free buses and lunches, or a tour for your group. You can also become a volunteer docent, like these folks. Come visit us. We'd be happy to help you learn to love art, too. Dad, I may never have become a ballerina, but I know you're proud.